You know, as I said before Brett's news headlines, that Puerto Rico is basking in the attention being focused on this island. It is rare. Puerto Rico is a stepchild in the family of nations, often not mentioned at all or thought of other than as a tourist destination. But let's explain now what Puerto Rico is all about and why the people here get a chance to vote in the Republican and Democratic primaries. Take a look.
If you are an American citizen, if you are able to serve in the United States military, if you can move from Puerto Rico to New York and vote for the president while you live in New York, I want you to be able to vote for the president right here in Puerto Rico.
My father in Puerto Rico.
They can serve in the U.S. military. And nearly 70 have been killed in action in Iraq and Afghanistan. But while every Puerto Rican is a citizen of the United States, if you live here, you can't vote in the U.S. election. So the 4 million on this lovely Caribbean island are usually a political footnote. Until now.
This is an opportunity unlike any in recent history of the people of Puerto Rico to be in the spotlight.
Did you ever think it would come down to Puerto Rico?
I think it's good that it did. I mean, this is an important primary to make sure that the interests and needs of the people of Puerto Rico are paid attention to, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope the whole, the whole world does.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
You know, my dad was one of 17.
Thank you.
Most of the people you see are related to me.
Good. Tell them all to come out and vote tomorrow.
They really are. She showed amazing grit and courage and that energy, and that really indefatigable is a word that comes to mind in describing how Hillary Clinton campaigned here along with the former president and her daughter Chelsea. They visited virtually every municipality on this island. They must have shaken half of the 4 million hands, 4 million sets of hands here in Puerto Rico. She appears to have carried the day.
With the dispute over the Florida and Michigan delegates now settled, if not happily resolved, Barack Obama needs just 65 more delegates to clinch the Democratic nomination. But it appears he won't put much of a dent in that number today, with Fox News projecting a convincing win for Hillary Clinton in the primary in Puerto Rico. Megyn Kelly is standing by in New York to tell us what our exclusive Fox News phone poll has found. Megyn, Clinton was a strong favorite coming in today, and apparently that's the way it turned out.
Absolutely right, and I'll tell you why. As you mentioned, in Puerto Rico, Fox News has been conducting an exclusive telephone poll among likely Democratic voters over the last 5 days. Now, that poll shows us that overwhelmingly the voters there prefer Clinton to Obama. 61% of them told us that they were voting for Clinton, compared to just 33% for Obama. Puerto Rico, Chris, is nearly 99% Hispanic, and Clinton's average among Hispanic voters in this long primary season mirrors those numbers exactly, about 61%, 26 points better than Obama she typically does with Puerto Ricans, with Hispanics. Now take a look at her history. In Texas, California, and New Mexico, where 1 in 3 voters are Hispanic, she won around 2/3 of the Hispanic vote. In New York, which is only 10% Hispanic, she won 3 out of 4 of the Hispanic voters. Obama clearly needs to shore up his Hispanic support before November. That's why these numbers are relevant, even if he wins this thing. Now, how did she do with the lower income folks? She usually wins this group handily, and she is doing so again. 45% of Puerto Rican voters are below the poverty line, and 2/3 of those making less than $30,000 a year voted for Hillary Clinton. Just 34% went for Obama. Clinton also winning, for that matter, among the higher income voters, which she doesn't always do. Now, Clinton is also winning among her other core support groups like women and seniors, who she always wins. But she's also dominating among those groups that typically back Barack Obama. 61% of men in Puerto Rico voting for Clinton, 54% of young voters, and 60% of those with a college degree, all siding with Hillary Clinton. Something else we don't often see, voters who want change in this election. They're siding with Hillary Clinton. This is almost always Obama's group, not today. The 42 62% of Puerto Rican voters who said the most important candidate quality was whether the candidate can, quote, bring about change, preferred Clinton 63% to Obama's 37%. Only in Arkansas and West Virginia has Clinton won the so-called change voters. Clinton also benefiting today, Chris, from her greater name recognition in Puerto Rico. As First Lady, Hillary Clinton pushed for disaster relief for the island after Hurricane Georges, and she, Bill, and Chelsea have spent a combined 14 days there ahead of today's election.
Did you ever think it would come down to Puerto Rico?
I think it's good that it did. I mean, this is an important primary to make sure that the interests and needs of the people of Puerto Rico are paid attention to, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope the whole, the whole world does.